Okay, we're working. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dr. David Silverman. I'm a triple diamond in the Washington, D.C. area, and I've got 8 fellow diamonds on the line with me. Triples, diamonds, everybody. Just a bunch of people in the Millionaires Club and people, leaders in ASEA. And we're all excited to do this meeting this evening. It's really... It's exciting to see so many leaders come together on one particular project. Sometimes it's like herding cats. We all are in complete agreement with what we're doing here. And, you know, ASEA gives different things to different people. Their health, their youth, their energy. But we're going to be talking about freedom. We're talking about the business opportunity here. And for those who take this seriously, part-time, full-time, but not sometime, this business can provide incredible freedom for people. And we are about to start an initiative from September 12th to December 11th. Everybody on this screen, plus some more, in Europe and in Australia, called a 30, 60, 90-day burst. And we're not going to go into the particulars of the burst because each of us diamonds has done a presentation or doing presentations explaining it to our groups. We just wanted to get together and let you all know why we're doing this. There are many reasons why we're doing it, but we see a lot of people kind of floundering. They're not really plugging into the infrastructure that's in place. You know, this is a business where you can't make anybody do anything. When someone has a real why they want to have freedom in their life, that should be the motivating factor. We put this program together because it provides 3 things: structure, support, and synergy. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's getting really exciting. I'm just going to take another 2 minutes and I'm going to turn it over to a very good friend of mine. I just want to tell you all how this started. The last 2 years, Debbie Wetzler and I, and Debbie is my sponsor, she's a diamond also, we started putting this together, this 30, 60, 90-day burst, or a push, a program where there's a lot of focus. And the best time of year to do that is after Labor Day till before Christmas. It's traditionally the most explosive time in network marketing companies' growth, just a perfect time. So the lazy days of summer are over, school's back, the holidays aren't coming for a little bit, and then people generally slow down a little bit around Christmas. And the company that I was with, people slowed down a lot around Christmas and a lot over the summer. They don't slow down like that in ASEA, because this is there's a window of opportunity. It's very exciting, but it's the best time to make a run. And so it caught the attention of our upline and crossline that this program really does work. If you work, it works. And so many of the people on the call here have not done this before, some have, but we're all going to do it collectively. We've got some really cool things in place. And even it's caught the eye of the company. At the Envision event, I'm going to be speaking about these bursts of activity because you can get a lot accomplished in 90 days. And so, yes, people can join it for 30 days. They can join it for 60 days. It's really recommended to do it for 90 because you'll create some real momentum. 12 hours a week commitment, time commitment, 12 hours a week. That's not that much. And you create momentum and it goes into the next month and next month. The reason it's 36.90, the main reason is because if you bring in people who are not ready to do it right now, starting September 12th, we don't want to eliminate them from the program. So there's a jump-in point in the middle of October. They're only going to have a chance to do it for 30 or 60 days. And then there'll be a jump-in point in the middle of November. They'll be able to do it for just 30 days. But we just wanted to do this call to share with you all why we're doing this and why it might be a good time for you. Why would you want to do this? So having said that, I'm going to turn it over to Debbie Wetzler. She is a double diamond in Maryland. People say to me, you're a doctor, you have an advantage. Debbie had a lot on her plate and a lot of things going on in her life. And she was so hungry, she found a way to do it. And she's a 6-figure earner. She is a very, very dear friend. So Debbie, I'm introducing you, and I love you.
And I love you too. And thank you, David, very much. What David and I have found in doing these bursts of activities before is that you can really, if you put your mind to something, do something for a 90-day period, full focus, thinking of ASEA every single day, and being able to really focus on it. And when I first got started, I had only 20 minutes a day during a restaurant break because that's where I was working, in a restaurant. And my apologies, I'm in an airport right now. And so I had 20 minutes a day in order to get in the focused activity that I needed to do. I literally worked from in the early morning till very, very late at night. So I took my cards, I made my phone calls every single day in that 20-minute period. And when I went home is when I sent them the tools that they needed to be able to decide, you know, if they wanted more information about this. So I know that if I can do this in 20 minutes a day, people usually have that much time in their day, no matter how busy you are, to put in 20 to 30 minutes to make phone calls and introduce people about this amazing, amazing product. And you can do that for a 90-day period. It's kind of like a no-brainer, as we say. And you will be able to move your business forward that much more. You'll be so excited by the time December gets here because we're going for more people being introduced, more rank advancements, and it just gets very excited. I'm just coming home from Sweden, where they've kind of already started. They literally had meetings every single day, and they have introduced this to a lot of people already. And they're just going to be bringing more people back when Denny goes over next month. So thank you, and I have to give a great deal of gratitude and love to the people who called me and saved me from my financial status 5 years ago. And I love them dearly, and that is Cindy and Bo Buck from Carbondale, Colorado.
Well, thanks, Debbie. I'm excited for this push because this business is really tough to do slowly. It's so much more fun to do quickly. And the thing is, it's kind of like an airplane taking off from the runway. You know, it's a heck of a hard time to get that big, heavy thing off the tarmac if you don't have momentum. But one call leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and that momentum starts to duplicate down through your organization, and it gives the whole team energy. When people have energy and focus towards a project like ASEA, things start to happen. And when there's not a problem that can be solved in this business that isn't solved with new blood. So as we're sponsoring new people and new people are coming into the organization and we're welcoming these new people to our team and we're orienting them and inviting them to join us on this 30, 60, 90-day push, one thing just builds on another and this business really, really starts to take off. So this is your window. This is really your chance to make a difference in your ASEA business. The time is now. I mean, look at the people on your screen that are here to support you. We're all locking arms together and making a commitment for 90 days to rock this thing. So we know that we can't do it without you, and so we're inviting you to do it with us. So, Bo, what do you think about? Are we in for this 30, 60, 90-day push or what?
Absolutely. I tell you, you know, in today's business environment, you know, corporate America is pretty much a very oppressive place to be. And I think that what makes this business attractive to people is the time and money freedom. And, you know, you're going to work hard no matter what you do. You might as well do it building a business for yourself. And when you get yourself on a concentrated, focused effort, you're acting like a leader. You're taking this business on as something that's real, it's important, and you're being a professional about it. And people are attracted to leadership. That's what people are looking for in this world today. And if you take this 30, 60, 90-day push on in a very focused manner, you're going to be able to create momentum. And momentum attracts attention as well. And people are looking for leadership. So as long as you're pushing down this alley and you know, you can see the synergy that's going on here, that synergy is going to happen on your team as well. So join us in the 30, 60, 90-day push. I'm going to pass the call over to Dick and Nancy Walker, Triple Diamonds out of Idaho. Take it away, Walkers.
Hi, everybody. This is Dick Walker. Nancy's beside me here. We're actually from Spokane, Washington. We are Triple Diamond. I've been a physician for 35 years, but also have a bunch of other credentials. But despite that, you know, my issue throughout my professional career was creating wealth without spending all my time doing that and being able to have time to do things that I wanted to with family, birthdays, that sort of thing, without having to switch back and forth and make a decision whether I was going to make money or do things that were meaningful. This burst is all about being efficient. It's all about building an incredible business and showing you how to do it in 12 hours a week. I know when I was first introduced to this, just like many other people on the call, you're already working. You already got plenty of things to do. And this is just a way to really maximize what you can get out of it. As an ER doc, when I see somebody, I can do all the tests, everything that needs to be done to make a diagnosis in a couple of hours. You go to a doctor's office, it's going to take you weeks to months. So I think you want to build your business in essentially in that shorter period of time. So this burst is an incredible way to get that done. Nancy?
Okay. Well, we're excited about this program because it's a way that we can, and everyone else who participates can stabilize our business, our SIA business. It's a way to build faster. It's a way to propel your business forward. And the truth of it is, the faster you build your business, the more money you will make. And we never want to go back to traditional business. We already did that for 25 years. For the last 25 years, we've been going in two separate directions. We want to build our SIA business, and it's a much better lifestyle, and we want to stabilize that business. So the faster you go, the more money you will make, the more people you will attract, and I feel like we deserve it, and so do all of you. So let's do it.
That's right. You know, both of us have spent quite a bit of time mountain climbing, rock climbing, that sort of thing, and SIA is a little bit like that in that you need to get into sort of a rhythm of the business, and you need to learn to really fully focus and fully engage when you're in the business mode, and this burst will help you do that, and then stay fully involved for those 12 hours that you're doing a SIA. And then once we get to the holidays, when we're through that 90-day burst, it's kind of like when you're climbing a big mountain. You're going from milestone to milestone, and then you take a day or two and rest in between. Same way with a SIA, you really want to concentrate that energy into really focused bursts of activity, and then look at the rhythm of a SIA when it comes to regional events and all of that sort of thing. I'm sure Terry Latham will mention that. So I'd like to introduce our next guest, and that's Terry Latham from somewhere down there in Texas. He's a triple diamond. He and Jerry were some of the quickest folks in the SIA to reach that level, and he's just a great leader. So Terry, welcome to the call.
Thanks. And I live in Dripping Springs. I always tell people there's no dripping, there's no springs. So I have no idea where they got the name. We've been a part of a SIA. It'll be 3 years come November. And it's been a great ride. And you made some comments, and I think a lot of times people start to focus on how fast certain people have done certain things. And I want everybody to know, once you get the skill set of how to build your network, you can build any network fast. And when we overcomplicate this thing, now I'm looking at this little book here, and there's a little quote here, and it says, the only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time, that's a quote by Robert Kiyosaki. And you think about this, we're all busy. I mean, people who will be watching this are certain people who are retired. You're busier today than you were 5 years ago. We know this. What you have to do is make a decision to make a run. When we got involved in the SIA, the success we have today, pretty much, if I look back in time, came with our first 90 to 120 days into the business. A very focused push. That doesn't mean we made the money back then, but a lot of the people we attracted at that time, but I bet about 80% of the people we brought in on a frontline basis came in during that time. So, you know, how many of y'all have ever flown in a plane? You think about this for a second. How many of y'all would jump on a plane that the pilot said, we're going to go half throttle? Nobody wants to do that because you'll never get off the ground. The pilot has to go full throttle, and you go full throttle until you reach the altitude of, let's say, 33,000 feet. And if you get off the ground and you let off the throttle a little bit, the plane starts going down. This whole business is about leading from the front. People always, the speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. So I just want to say one other thing before I pass it to our next guest speaker, because I know he'll take some of my time. Don't get caught up in the small stuff. Guys, you're going to find yourself at times maybe get a little bit stressed out. It's okay. When I got going in this business, they were telling me so many different things. I said, listen to me. I know how to push join. And so I could talk to people and I could push join, and everything took care of itself. So don't sweat the small stuff. Know why you're building this business. Run like your life depended on it. Because, guys, I'm telling you, you have a chance to set multiple generations free. I'm going to pass it on to our next guest speaker, and it's kind of like the Brady Bunch. It's old Jerry W. White up there in Spokane, Washington. He is our sponsor, the triple diamond in this company. He's kind of fun. My kids love him. I guess I have to love him, too. And I feel like a lot of love on this call because it started off that way. But I'll pass it on to Jerry White.
Well, thank you, Terry, and Dick and Nancy and the whole crew, and especially thanks to Denny, my sponsor. She brought us in, and I guess we're dominating the universe up here in Spokane, Washington. And one of the things about what you're about to engage in this 30, 60, 90 push is teaching ourselves to think differently. I got thinking about it the other day, and there's thousands of billionaires been made in the last few years. You ever wonder what it would be like to try to make enough money to be a billionaire? Well, we figured this out. If you can make enough money to save $1 million a year, it would only take you 1,000 years. Well, here's the point. Wouldn't you have to think differently and operate on an entirely different plane to do that than where you're currently at, or the richest, coolest person you know right now? What the big trend is moving toward networks. And what you're doing here is you're taking the ability to work with a group of people and magnify and actually exponentially change the power that you can bring to your own time and to the good that you can do in this world. So together we've decided to network, to come together, to work, to get this 30, 60, 90 launched. And we don't allow people to put Pampers or pacifiers in your backpack when you get ready to go on this thing. This is only for big grown-ups, and so it's time to sort of pull them up, get ready to rock and roll. And I'd like to kick the microphone over to some real pioneers, Chuck and Tammy Gates, who saw the vision early on, and because of who they are and what they've been able to do, they're kind of retracing the steps of Lewis and Clark over there in Montana, and built a business that's given them freedom, and we'd like to introduce freedom back to all of you. So Chuck and Tammy Gates, triple diamond winners and also Millionaire Club.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. So let me ask you two questions. Are you someone who wants to resuscitate your business? Or are you someone who wants to start the heartbeat of your business? I mean, everybody's going to fall into one of those two categories, right? And as a CPR teacher and a CPR instructor, I know that to resuscitate involves both air and it involves lungs, or lungs in your air and blood in your heart. And so that's what a burst will do for you. It will resuscitate your business, or it'll start your business. The definition of a burst is actually something that breaks apart and splits wide open. It just flies apart, but it comes from internal pressure, right? And it's sometimes sudden, sometimes violent. A burst is intensity. And so we want to take the next 90 days and be intense to start your business, to resuscitate your business, and focus on your business. This is a tried and true method. It's not an experiment. It's a tried and true method. And so get those around you on board with you. Get your family on board with you. Get your kids on board with you. And let's go do this. Let's take 90 days and let's go do this.
Yeah, the big thing is that to understand that this is worth it. When we very first started this business, we had a push, and our biggest push was that it was our sole income. And if we didn't do this, we were going to lose our house. So it was do it or lose it, one or the other. And some of you, maybe you still have another job or whatever, and you're feeling that, oh, I don't have that kind of pressure. Well, the thing is, you don't have to feel pressure, but use this to create that momentum, because momentum creates momentum. And there's people that actually you're going to bring in during this period of time, and they're going to bring in other people. and maybe it's a 15-minute phone call for that person. I can tell you there's people that our very first talk with them was 15 minutes. And then maybe over the next week or so, we talked again for 15 minutes. And at the end of that next week, our paycheck showed basically, maybe $50 difference because of who they brought in and what product they ordered. But over that period of time, over the next couple of months, there were several $100s that came in. And now, because of that same 15 minutes that was initiated, here it is a couple of years down the road, and it's over $1,000, maybe a couple $1,000 a week, all because that person was introduced, but they felt momentum, they felt supported, they knew this was something they wanted. And, sometimes a lot of people just need a reason to take action. And you want to let this be your reason. This is where you've made an investment here. This is looking for and developing your return on your investment. And it really is just that. Invest in yourself. Finally, just all of us, like Bo had said, we all work hard. We work hard at other things. But if you've worked hard for someone else, for this period of time, work hard for yourself for the first time, just for you. Do this for you. And really get that return on your investment. The $40, it'll come back to you thousands and thousands of times over. So we're just honored to be here, and love to just introduce our sponsor, who is Miss Denny Robinson. Her and her husband, Tom, have been just absolutely pioneers in this company. And Denny is $1 million earner. She's developed so many diamonds just like us in her business, and it's because we follow a system and we create momentum, and Denny's done that in the Spokane area. And so with no further ado, Miss Denny Robinson.
Well, everyone, I can't tell you how excited I am to be here with these incredible leaders. And I hope that what you understand is we are linking arms. We are coming together to you saying, you know what, come with us, come join the fun. I want to tell you, we now have, on this team, I have about 25 people who are making six-figure incomes. They were all busy in their other lives, like we all are. And so you're going to have to say, what am I willing to do to make this happen for me? Perhaps what am I willing to give up to make this happen for me and for my family? Because I want to change my life. I want to change the future of my families. And also, I want to change the stars of other people. That's what I love most about this business. I had a real big goal. I've always wanted to be debt-free before we were 50. And I did it by the time we were 47. And then my goal is now to help as many other people, empower them and inspire them to live the life of their dreams. So what are your dreams? How big is your why? Do you know where you're going? Do you know why you want to do it? Put the pictures of those people and those places and those things that you want to acquire in your life, put them up bold in your life. I want you to see those every single day. I want you to say that those things are happening, because I believe that your thoughts become your words become your deeds become your actions, and your actions will ultimately become your destiny. These things that we're asking you to do, they might feel a little bit hard at times, but I promise you that they're not. My father used to say, that which we persist in doing becomes easier, not because the nature of the task has changed, but because our ability to do so has increased. None of us here on the line knew how to be a sea of triple diamonds. We all knew that we had to become Director 300s, 700s, silvers, golds, platinums, and then ultimately these diamonds. But we are here, we are leading from the front. We're not asking you to do anything that we haven't done, are currently doing, and that we plan and intend on helping so many others. So, are you going to say, choose me, I want to do this? You have to plug in. You might think that sometimes we sound like broken records, which I know which Terry Latham says I sound like, because everything we do is very simple and duplicatable, all right? Don't try to recreate the system. We've done that for you. A couple of things I want you to understand. I hope that you enjoy the journey with this. Love the person that you are becoming, because the person that you are today will be very different than the person that you become as you move up those ranks. The sky is the limit with this opportunity for you. The biggest thing that drove me a few years ago is I kept saying, what if everything that they're telling me is true? And what if I could make that extra income? And let me tell you, this is certainly past any of our wildest dreams. So every day, I hope that you check your mind. What are you thinking about? Look at those things that you want to occur. Talk about those affirmations. Also, check what's coming out of your mouth. Is what's coming out of your mouth, is it aligning with what your purpose is and where you want to go? All right, be positive, hang around positive people, talk to your upline, and talk to your motivated people, all right? And then also every day, check your activity. It is your daily activity, which is what we've drawn out for you, which will propel you to whatever income level and whatever pin level in this company you plan on attaining. So we're excited to have you on this journey with us. We can't wait to welcome you across stage as you make whatever rank it is. And the great thing about it, as we always say, the wonderful thing about our business is because any kind of money that you ever attain with this will be in direct reflection to lives changed. So we're all here together to go change a bunch of lives, and we're thrilled to do it. And we will see you soon. Everyone have a great day. Bye, everyone. We love you.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
All right. There you go, Terry.